Hello, everyone. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to find and calculate the volume of a cylinder. If you remember back to our polygons unit, we talked about volume as a measure of three-dimensional space. So we've been talking in our circles unit so far about how to find the circumference around a circle, the diameter, the radius, that's the distance between 2 points, that's just one dimension. We've also talked about, of course, how to find the area of a circle, right? How much like gray paint would you need to cover this entire circle? That's a question of area. But now we're talking about if you have a cup or a can or some cylindrical container, how much can it hold? How much space is in there? And to do that, we're going to use this formula for the volume of a cylinder. Here we've got it right here. V equals pi r squared times h. Now, if you're looking at this, it may look familiar. Pi r squared, you've seen this before. That, of course, is the formula for the area of a circle. This is going to tell us what is the area of this portion on top, right? If I wanted to paint the top of this can, how much paint would I need? What's the area of that portion? And if you remember back to the polygons unit when we talked a bit about volume and how we needed to find the area of the base and multiply it by the height, that's exactly what we're doing here. We find the area of this base, this circular base, and then we see, well, how high is it? How many of those bases would we need? And in this case, it's 6 centimeters high. So we've got to multiply that area by the height. So you'll find the area of the circle on top or on bottom. A cylinder, it will be the same on both ends, and then multiply it by the height. And we're going to go through an example right now. So what is the volume of this cylinder? It says use pi equals 3.14 and round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So let's see. Well, we have the radius. That's 3 centimeters, right? So I'm just going to write down the information we have. R equals 3. We have the height, 9 centimeters, h equals 9. And now I'm just going to take that formula we have, V equals pi times r squared. Again, this first part, it's just the area of the circle on top. Then we multiply that by the height. Next step, substitute in the numbers we know. In this case, we're going to use 3.14 for pi, 3.14. Then multiply that by the radius squared, which is 3 squared. And of course, height is 9. So we're going to put that in there. We multiply all this together, we're going to get the volume. Next step. Now we just have to go through the order of operations and figure out, all right, what does this all equal? Remember, the most common mistake is people want to multiply, but we got to do exponents first. Just like when we find the area of a circle, we're just finding the area of a circle first. We got to do r squared, 3 squared, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. Of course, the other numbers come down with us. 3.14 times 9, and the height is also 9. Now we can do this. The area of the circle on top would be 3.14 times 9. Putting that into a calculator, I get 28.26. Multiply that by 9. And again, I'm putting this into a calculator. Oh no. Oops. So as you can see, I think I was not typing it into a calculator, but instead was actually typing it into Desmos and kind of messed up this video. But we'll go through and finish figuring it out anyways. 3.14 times 9 times 9. And when you multiply this all together, we get 254.36. And I think this problem was inches. Sorry, not 36, 34. So it would be inches cubed because it's volume. So all we did, take the formula, substitute the numbers in, made sure to do the exponents first before we multiplied, found the area of the circle on top, and eventually found the volume of the whole thing. I hope that's helpful. If it is not, then send me an email, and we, of course, will also spend some time going over it in class.